Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 244 of our Gaming Meal podcast. As always, we're here to deliver some game-related news and discussions. We're not doing the three-course meal, traditional three-course. We're just doing like a news catch-up for now. So what? It's usually like a buffet, right?
Yeah.
Tapas.
Tapas. We call it tapas because there's no other reason other than it sounds cool.
Yeah. I'm one of your hosts, Manny, and I'm here with Eric.
What is up, my gamers?
Yeah, and like I already said, we'll be doing just catching up on news. So, it's been, it's early in the year, right? So we've been out on holiday. We're just going to catch up on news for our first day back, and then we'll get into our usual yearly. We're late to do our game of the year and all that stuff too, but we'll get to that. We're not in a hurry. D.I.C.E still hasn't done it. Speaking of D.I.C.E, anyways.
we're not in a hurry, and I know D.I.C.E is a thing. And again, yeah, that is the first. Okay, let's go to the main news right now.
That is a new segue. Well, anyways, we're starting off with our appetizers, and we're only doing appetizers at the buffet. So take it away, bro.
All right. So for this week's appetizers, and again, gaming news is the only thing we're going to talk about. We're going to fill up with appetizers. We're going to start with the D.I.C.E awards and the nominees for Game of the Year. And we haven't done our own gaming meal Game of the Year awards, which we will do separately. We'll have to do some voting and everything else. We will do that in the next couple of weeks. We actually have no rush. It's been a very busy holiday for both of us and for our families. So, and we need to do the draft. I want to do the draft first, the fantasy game draft, which we do here at the Gaming Meal. And it is excellent. That is my favorite episode of the year. But before we go that, let's go with the appetizers for this week and gaming news for 2026. And we'll start it with the D.I.C.E Awards. So the D.I.C.E Awards is... actually, I do not have the acronym for D.I.C.E. I am not prepared for this. But I can go with the nominees while you find that. So the nominees for the Game of the Year Awards, for the D.I.C.E Awards, are Arc Raiders, Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Dispatch, and Ghost of Jote. Pretty interesting, good list overall. A couple more, what you gonna call them, indies, smaller titles than you expected?
What? Less indies than you would expect this year anyways.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Hey, there's no Hades, there's no Hollow Knight. What happened to those?
It's a fucking... I think it's an absurdity to exclude those two.
Seems like it.
My only take is that they're sequels. But Ghost of Jote is a fucking sequel, and so
exactly.
It's trending. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like...
Let alone, no offense to other games. It's like a roguelike or story, a visual novel, no offense. Which, again, sounds amazing. Arc Raiders, which is basically an extraction shooter. It's like you're missing the big indies, which is basically really the sequels. Yeah.
The highest rated game of the year. No joke.
Right.
It's Hades 2. And Hades, it gets no love. Every year it feels like, it happened with Hades 1. In hindsight, I love Hades 1, but I didn't vote for it. You know how we have multiple votes? I didn't put all my votes into it. In hindsight, I should have done that.
Yeah.
That game, I have more love for it now than anything else that came out that year. And I feel like in the future, it might be the same for Hades 2 or Silksong for that matter. I feel like, I don't know. It's hard to tell because you want to give the prize to the best thing of this year, right, and whatnot. But I also like to think of games as something that lives on beyond just the first month, right? Which one of these games will I go back to replay? There are 4 games that I absolutely love almost equally this year. 3 of them aren't on this list, by the way, this D.I.C.E games list. The other one is Clair Obscur, obviously. And I think Clair Obscur probably will win it. It's the one that I would play the least or remember the least, if you will, over time. Just because of the nature. It's a JRPG, man, like that.
I played it once. I will never play it again because it takes so long to consume.
Pretty much. As much as I love Final Fantasy VII, I don't think I have ever replayed it, right? The original.
Have you even played Revert? I haven't made any time for Revert, if I'm honest.
I did, but I didn't finish it. I played like 10 hours, but the game is like
100.
100 long, you know? Yeah.
Man, these games are insane. I don't even want to talk about my 2 Xbox hard drives being already full. It's like, God damn, I need to. But it's also my fault that I have games that are like 200 gigs big. That's also my fault. Totally. So, but I need to beat games. I need to beat games, but my games are like 100 hours. It's like, well, I need to beat these RPGs. I just need to beat Cyberpunk and Fallout, and I'll be fine. Easier said than that.
But the DICE, to bring it back to the DICE Awards, by the way, DICE stands for Design, Innovative, Communicate, Entertain. It's just like 4 separate words, like not together.
Okay, so it's not an actual word. It's like 4 words that describe what the intent of the awards are, if you will.
They call it a backronym. I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah, I'm in the same Wikipedia page.
Backwards acronym. So what? Entertain, communicate, innovate, design. That doesn't make any difference. It's just as backwards.
Either way, they're basically the awards for that recognize basically games, individuals, and teams that basically develop entertainment software, like gaming.
It's
right?
It's one of like the big like respected ones, like they take it seriously kind of thing, right?
For sure.
Almost
this is like an academy of arts and sciences that puts it together. Yeah.
I would say the Game Awards, this one, Golden Joystick is usually like one of those that is like taken seriously too. I don't know exactly why, but I remember Golden Joystick is another one.
Yep.
But yeah, it's kind of weird that it's just missing things.
Again, Hades won Game of the Year. Hades won Game of the Year in 2021 from DICE. Hades won. So this is not like they don't nominate that game. And then the second one comes out, it reviews even better, and it's like no nomination. It's like, but I already have a DICE Game of the Year award.
But it's crazy. Like I'm okay. I'm okay with all the games that are up there, right? Ghost of Tsushima, Dispatch, Arcade, whatever. Like it's not like they're bad. They were pretty popular and pretty good. But damn, like it's pretty hard to. I don't know. It's like a pretty hard, pretty big miss. It feels like that they don't have Hades, Silksong. They don't have Death Stranding 2, by the way. I threw that on there because I saw it on the. It's nominated, but it doesn't. It's not for Game of the Year. They don't have Bonanza. They don't have Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance. Which is
Bonanza is another one that's interesting. By the way, this is the 29th DICE Awards. They've been doing this for now 29 years. So you can go back all the way back to 1998 to kind of see some of the awardees. Real quick, any surprises for you?
Put a preference on like unique first game, but Ghost of Yote in there, and that throws it out of the whack. Like you have like 6 sequels contending for that last spot, and you pick Yote. I don't know.
Yep. Any surprises for you for the Game of the Year? And again, we're not gonna go over the other. They have all the categories and stuff because we don't, right? So, but do they have other categories? I think so, right?
From what I hear, I don't know if it's Game of the Year material kind of thing, right? Dispatch, like it's like you said, it's a visual novel, but I hear it's really good, high quality.
I hear it's really, really good. So yeah.
Yeah, so like that's cool. And then I'm okay with Blueprints. I think Blueprints also got like a lot of praise, and that one was kind of snubbed by the Game Awards a little bit.
Honestly, of the 5 that they have here, Ghost of Yote for me is by far the weakest.
Yeah, that seems the most out of place. Like if you want to make a point and don't put any sequels, which is kind of what it feels like they try to do here. Why the hell?
But they needed to appease Papa Sony. That's what it feels like.
Like Sony has another game that's arguably better than Yote in the same year. It's not even like a Sony thing.
Yep.
Death Stranding has more like higher ratings, more accolades, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Yeah. And again, no Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 either. Right? Yeah.
It's bizarre. I feel like they wanted to leave sequels out.
No split fiction.
Whoever made the list saw Ghost of Yote, didn't have a 2 next to it, and I was like, well, that's a fucking first game.
That's a new game. doesn't have a 2.
You know, like.
But Silksong doesn't have a 2 either.
That is true, but it's on a hollow. Well, it has a hollow.
Let's not break our brains. The other one has ghost stuff.
By the way, Donkey Kong Bonanza is not a sequel. I would just want to add, like.
Anyway, let's move on. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. What?
It feels like when Bonanza feels like a sequel, but it is not. So like.
It is not. It feels like a sequel, but it is not. All right, let's move on from these. That's one of the first appetizers, the D.I.C.E Award nominees. Let's move on to the next topic, and this is more of a funeral / talk about the industry about live service games, and that is that the news this week, and this has been known for months, but we just wanted to acknowledge it, that the game Anthem has been officially shut down. This is the one of those action games from BioWare, makers of the Dragon Age games, right? Very popular EA games, and basically Anthem was their try at this like live service Destiny. Everybody was chasing this cloud or this trend, and they released Anthem to okay reception. The problem was when you make, and this is at the time, if you don't remember Anthem, when you release a live service game, you need to have more than a week's worth of content, because people are gonna min-max really, really fast, right? You need to have content. You need to have things to do.
And not to mention, like, the in-game loop was apparently really boring and like.
Yes, it was. Because I remember
making your weapon better was the same weapon. Just like stat changes, and that's it. Like, literally,
no, all the weapons were the same. You literally have a particular weapon. There was absolutely no difference between the weapon other than stats, the numbers. The weapons were exactly the same. Doesn't matter what you picked from level 1 to level max, level 30, I think it was. And the
shooter was lacking.
I remember there was an article at that point. Anthem came out when people were like doing, like, grinding for certain things to min-max and to get the most loot. And EA was banning those people. They're like, oh, no, that's not how we intended you to play the game. And it's like, no. You made a live service game. People are going to min-max. People are going to find what is the most efficient way, and they're going to do it over and over and over again. And EA started banning people for that. And they're completely legit. No cheating, no nothing. They were just running a particular mission more, and they're like, we don't want you to do that. And we were like, no. So this is at the time where, remember, companies, and even today, they don't know how to do this very well. They didn't know how to manage the end game stuff and players' demand for things. And we've seen Anthem fail. Obviously, it failed because of a lot of things, and that was shut down. Things like the Avengers game, that was also a live service that also failed. Suicide Squad, also a live service, also failed because they didn't understand how to keep people engaged and entertained and giving them loot, and just giving them a new color and a new number is not enough. Like, you need to, something has to happen. And it's hard. So yeah, Anthem is shut down because it's a live online only game. The game is not playable anymore. I actually tried to launch it yesterday, and it basically tells you trying to connect to the server, error, try again, or close the app. And if you keep trying, it just extends the time at that searching. Right, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30, or what, but that's all it does.
It's like another crying shame of the future.
Yeah,
where like everything is live servers are connected to the internet, and like games will die and stop to be playable.
Yep, and any microtransactions, any skins you have, go with it. That's also the problem with this whole thing. Yep.
You probably don't want to invest in any of those.
Yep. Again, I went back and played it this weekend. Like, I put like a good 10 hours into this weekend on Anthem, just to remind them. I actually played very well. The gameplay mechanics were good. It's just that everything else surrounding it was not great. Like the shooting.
I think they had a decent core gameplay loop.
Yep.
And just everything else fault.
Yeah, the story was abysmal. It was all first person. You never saw your character. Like, imagine a BioWare game at the time, particularly, where you create your character, you never see your character again, ever. Like, they have character customization, and the game is in first person. There are no mirrors, so you never see the character. And it's like, why?
I think they have, like, laws with making it seem like it's gonna be a Bioware game with like decision trees and all this
Yes,
stuff, and none of that was really there.
and
Like it's
they had a thing where you talk to characters and you make decisions. It doesn't matter at all.
yeah,
Left or right,
it's
you
like
could insult
modern
the guy.
day
Literally
RPG.
playing it this weekend. You could insult them. You could be like, "Your life is not very worth it," or "Your life was great. It didn't matter." Like, I was like, because I could tell that the response they were giving me back, it's almost like they didn't react to it. It's like, oh, you basically,
Yeah, it works. It works for both entries.
yeah, it worked for both. And I'm like, damn, because I was very mean to some people, and they were like, oh, that's what you think. I'm like, what is that what I think? I just said horrible things to you. So yeah, it wasn't a Bioware title in any stretch of the imagination, as fans would have expected a Bioware title to be. So that's really their biggest flaw for that. Again, but the shooting worked. It's just that everything else, the loot or the grind, the open map. They have a very small map, if you will, in terms of things, because it was all vertical. You could fly. If you forget Anthem, you literally could fly anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's cool. It's like literally the best Iron Man skin game you could think of. If you made an Iron Man game, Anthem is literally the example I tell people. We're gonna make an Iron Man game. Yo, that's the template. Anthem, right there. Take that gameplay concept, change everything else, but keep that gameplay, and you'll be good to go. But anyway, shutdown. Just a reminder for that. Any other thoughts? Otherwise, we can move on.
Yeah, no, I think we could move on, but like basically, Bioware has been trying to recover since then,
Yes,
and I
big
don't
time.
think they have like that was. They're not dead yet, but like they have been on a downward spiral since, it feels like.
It really has been like 15 years since BioWare has done something where the gaming community as a whole were like, this is great, thank you.
Yeah.
And again, I don't hate BioWare. I actually really like the last Iron Age games. I am not one of those people, but but I am certainly in the minority online. I'll say that. All right, let's move on. Next, talking about shutdown, news comes from Meta / formerly known as Facebook / I hate this name, by the way, but I understand why they did it. Meta is shutting down a couple of game studios, Armature, Sansaru Games, and Twisted Pixel. They are closing those studios. They acquired, for example, Twisted Pixel and Armature. They were acquired in 2022. And Sansaru Games was acquired in 2020. And yeah, they worked on basically virtual reality ports. So things like Resident Evil 4 port. They worked on Batman Arkham Origins, Blackgate. I'm reading here. And Where the Heart Lands. They also worked on Sansaru Games worked on Asgard's Wrath 1 and 2. A bunch of other things like the Sly Cooper collection. And then Twisted Pixel developed the Marvel Deadpool VR game. And Explosion Man and things like that. So just FYI. Yeah, I actually...
Explosion is where I remember them from.
I have played a game from every single one of these studios. Yeah, I have played a game from every single one of these studios. But again, they're shutting down. Obviously, Meta basically only does VR. So these studios were basically working on virtual reality games for the last couple of years. Whatever happens to that, etc., we don't know. Meta is clearly... I don't think they released a game for VR. Like, VR is just the hardware. And they're doing zero software at this point for VR. For the Oculus or whatever it's called now. Any thoughts on this, Manny?
I mean, it's always sad and disappointing. Not even 1 week into the new year and just already getting layoffs. Yay. Modern day.
Yay.
And dude, it's like they seem like good devs they've made good games. Like the Asgard's Wrath games that you mentioned were both considered really good. They're VR games, right?
Yeah.
The Marvel's Deadpool, I think I saw it nominated.
I heard
for
it was
Game
okay, but it was like a VR title. But I didn't hear anybody being like, "This is horrible."
Yeah, but it's like,
It's expensive. I think it's like 40, $50.
yeah, and nope, that doesn't matter that you make good games. Like, bottom line is how much money is coming in, and I don't think any VR game is making money. Maybe Beat Saber, but like again, probably the only one. And even
Yep.
that one, I think is probably like on the down end
Yep.
of things.
So yeah, we will see. It's actually not shocking at all that Meta is canceling gaming studios, particularly because again, they don't really do gaming. They have a hardware for VR, and they have games in it, but they're not really that interested in it. So yeah. Any other thoughts on this? I'm okay with just skipping because again, I don't care about VR. I'm a believer that VR should be taken to the bag and shot, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, studio closures, like I said, they're
Yeah,
always
it sucks. It
hope
completely sucks. Yeah.
hope they find you know good
Yeah.
good roles in
Yeah.
other studios that with companies that appreciate them more than Meta.
Correct.
I mean, the same with Amazon, dude. Like these companies, they don't
Yep.
care.
They
Like
don't
not
care.
really. They'll ask you. Microsoft is starting to do that too. They'll ask you completely like it was nothing.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
The next five,
I'm
10
worried
years that Microsoft is basically
I'm worried for playground games. I'm worried for looking rough.
yeah. The only one I'm not worried about is basically the Call of Duty studios. You guys are
Yeah,
okay for
just,
you guys are alive
yeah.
for now. But if you get another Black Ops 7,
Or,
you're up there.
the Candy Crush. That one's golden. Man,
Yeah,
I'm not
those
thinking
guys are like immune. They're like. All right, let's move on from Meta. Our fourth out of five appetizers for this week, and this is like a combination one. This is there's been a couple of news regarding either reportedly reported games that are in development but nothing official, to some things that are official because the developer has said, "Yeah, we're working on it. We haven't. So we have a title. We don't even know if that's the title, but we know it's coming." And there's some things that it's like, hey, we're making more games on this, and we're like, yay! So we let's go over them, and I'm gonna start with the most possible that it won't happen because the other two are basically going to happen. They're guarantees. Again, not guarantees per se because gaming takes a while. Things get canceled, but the other two are the developer has said they're working on it. So the developer has confirmed we are working on this unless something happens. This one is more reported as to like rumor, but it was reported enough that I want to talk about it. And it was reported because Jason Schreier, known game journalist, he wrote a book called Play Nice, The History of Blizzard, right? And in his book, he mentioned that there was work on a project for a StarCraft shooter. And he reported it, and apparently that project was in development, but Blizzard hasn't mentioned anything of it. Apparently the rumor is, and this is one of the three things news, is that StarCraft shooter is going to be revealed at BlizzCon in September of this year. So Manny, what do you think about this news about an upcoming, and I'm quoting here, open world shooter game in the StarCraft universe? Hello?
I was muted. I don't buy it.
You don't buy this. You don't believe this is real.
Look, I don't know, man. Like,
You're breaking my heart.
Blizzard can. I find it weird that Blizzard would go and do an open world shooter. Does it
Live
have?
service,
It
baby.
has
Live
to,
service. We're talking arc creator.
yeah,
Just copy
exactly. It
paste.
has to have co-op, like some, maybe make it an extraction shooter. Ugh. But that is ripe for the picking. I mean, let's ripe for the picking now that Arc Raiders is out and a lot of picking has been done. But
An extraction shooter would make sense.
is so fun, like if you will.
As much as I would hate it, an extraction shooter would make sense for this.
Yeah, I mean, you could come up with your own ideas, man. Like, just make like a cool co-op mission-based shooter or something, like a Monster Hunter with guns.
Or
Boom,
Destiny.
like Could live service the hell out of that? Nah. Destiny.
I'm
I
kidding.
mean, that would fit.
It would fit.
I
That's the
just
problem. The problem is it does fit. It does fit.
Destiny has crumbled so many times along the way that it's just like,
Man,
but maybe
Destiny's
that's
so up and
not
down.
the formula. It's not the formula. It's the I think it's the Bungie behind it.
Bungie is really, really good at making the shooter aspect. It's just that they're keeping people coming back without making it too free-to-play, live servicey, grindy, BS 50 currencies crap that these games do. That's the problem Bungie has. It's not the gameplay. The gameplay's fine. It's just everything else. As we mentioned, Anthem. Gameplay was fine. Everything else was just... again, developers are making good games. It's just being bogged down by all this stuff.
Yeah, a great game can be easily turned to crap with missing, pieces or like bad monetization alone. Like that is enough to, for me at least, kill a bunch of experiences. I'm like, Overwatch 2, for example. Oh, going free to play. Oh, really? Free to play? Say, like, I did not buy it a bit. Right? Like the writing was on the wall that By the way, Overwatch is Blizzard, so this is kind of relevant.
We're hoping people know this.
Like a worse experience for the people that already played Overwatch, because now you had to pay.
Yep.
Probably more over time to get your skins, to get whatever, instead of getting most hardcore Overwatch fans had everything. They had all the skins. They had
so many skins. Now I don't get shit. There's 0 new skins for me.
And now it's like, nah, man, you gotta buy that full pass and the skins or the currency to get the skin or whatever, right? Or buy the skins.
The heroes are free though. Well, the only thing, but they were free before.
And I'm sure there's ways to get it for free. It's just again a worse experience for the person that already had that. Mind you, they paid $40 originally to get it, but.
Yep. All right, let's move on from start. We can move on.
$40 for fun experience, then 0 for us.
Yeah. No, I agree. So let's move on from the other games because I want to tackle the other things. Speaking of shooters, because again, this StarCraft shooter is reported, but there's some fuel there, but we don't know for sure. These other two though. The next one is Machine Games. So Machine Games is basically the Wolfenstein developer that also made the Indiana Jones title. It is reported that they are working on Wolfenstein 3, so the next Wolfenstein, and this has been rumored for literally 10 years, it feels like, alongside a Rainbow Six Siege style multiplayer game. And my concern is that they're concentrating on the second one that I mentioned here rather than the first one. I want the first one, which is Wolfenstein. None of this young blood crap. Wolfenstein 3, single player, first-person shooter, please. But yeah,
they're doing both. They mentioned both.
They mentioned both, yes. Yeah, and this is from Windows Central. Windows Central basically reported this. Sorry.
Who developed the Doom VR game? Was it Machine Games?
I don't know. They're a pretty big studio. They are not a small studio. They can work on multiple projects at the same time. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have 2 or 3, or even 3 teams that can actually work on things. Because they've been at it for a while. But apparently they're working on this Wolfenstein 3 and this Rainbow Six Siege multiplayer thing. So I mean,
Wolfenstein, not surprised. That's been their go-to for the last. Yeah, for about the last decade, right?
Yep.
But I still think it's not. Games are getting more expensive. Again, Wolfenstein, I don't know if it sells as much as a Doom or something, right? Where I don't know. I think bottom line, it needs to stand out a little bit more than just have it be another Doom right? Because now Doom has the hardcore single player action stuff. What I like from Wolfenstein is that it also had stealth sections and stuff like that, but I feel like the sequel just kind of ignored all that, and they went more towards the Doom hardcore shooty bang bang.
Yeah, the Doom, I think it's called the Old Guard. the first one. That one did have like there's a little bit of stealth mechanics and stuff. The problem is it slowed down when you were doing assassinations where the animation was really long, and that was kind of annoying. So they kind of streamlined it for do Wolfenstein 2. Wolfenstein 2, I think, is one of the best shooting first-person shooters of all time. Like that game is amazingly fun.
Is great. Yeah.
That game is so good, so fun. It's a shooter. It's a bang bang, kill Nazis.
What I'm saying is like exactly, it became more bang bang without like less variety in the gameplay, and you could do that, but like that only lasts you maybe 8 hours tops. Like you know what I mean? Like that's and a lot of people are not willing to spend $70-$80 for that these days.
Yep. I agree, but let's see where it goes in terms of announcements and stuff. But again, this seems to be pretty good reported. Everybody ran this, and it sounded. Sorry for the hiccup. Like this is like legit.
Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah, I love Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is fantastic.
Yeah, it has stealth and everything.
Yeah. So I'm saying they're really good at it. They took the stealth segments that should have been in Wolfenstein 2. They put him in Indiana Jones, made a game, and he was great. Like really great.
I hope they borrow from that for Wolfenstein 3 again, right?
Yeah,
like,
same. I would like more of that.
Do not do the Wolfenstein 2. Go back to like Wolfenstein 1, not like the OG, but what New Blood? It's not even called New Blood. What's the one before New Blood? Yeah. Is it New Blood?
New Colossus?
Was it New Colossus or New Blood?
New Colossus is 2. New Colossus is 2.
Oh, okay. New Colossus is like the 0.5, not 2. I thought Wolfenstein is 2.
Wolfenstein 2 is called the New Colossus.
But they made a short game between Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein 2.
Yes.
That had a subtitle.
One's called the New Order. The other one's called the Old Blood.
One of those two.
Are you confused?
Like
hey, you didn't mention Cyberpilot, so it's cool.
No, we don't count those. That's what we are.
I'm just saying.
You don't count.
I know about Wolfenstein. I literally have played every single one of these, from start to almost finish. Except for Cyberpilot. I have beaten every single Wolfenstein though. Otherwise,
I don't think we beat Young Blood. Did we beat Young Blood?
We did not beat Young Blood. At some point, we got frustrated because you died and something happened and you were stuck in the same spawn point. It had a horrible checkpoint system, if you recall. We were stuck like underneath some stairs next to a tank that could kill us. That's what I remember. But no, everything else since Wolfenstein 2009, I have beaten every single one, including Enemy Territory. I love that one. Yeah, you know, it's a Wolfenstein RPG.
No.
I'll send it to you. It's like a mobile game, but it's a Wolfenstein RPG. That's literally its name. I'll send it to you.
I don't know, man. I don't think. I like Wolfenstein. Don't get me wrong. We're talking about it, but like, I don't think it's popular enough. It's kind of.
It's not that popular, really. It's very niche, Wolfenstein. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the final one. You okay?
Yeah.
All right, final is, and I added this at the last second, by the way, and because I didn't share this with anybody, but it was in the news. Multiple Ecco the Dolphin games are officially in development. Have you heard this before?
I think I saw it today too. I just haven't read anything.
Basically, it's the series creator, Ed Annunziata. Hopefully, I read that right. He's the chief creative officer for A&R Atelier, and he apparently announced that they are planning to re-release remastered versions of the Genesis games, Ecco the Dolphin and Tides of Time, and they are developing a third Ecco the Dolphin game. And that was officially announced by him today. So that's the last announcement, which is like, oh, cool, we're getting more Ecco the Dolphin games. Particularly, the new game would be cool. I honestly hope it's like 2D, not don't go into any 3D, unless you have the Maneater developers creating this new Ecco the Dolphin title for 3D. Keep it 2D, keep it simple, but make it fun, make it like a Metroidvania-ish, and you have a goal. What do you think?
I mean, it's interesting. How do you have multiple?
Well, two remasters, and then the third one. A new Ecco the Dolphin 3. Ecco the Dolphin only has 2 games.
Dude, I will say, those 2 games were like quote unquote memorable because of the graphics at the time were like
Yes.
impressive, but they play like balls. Like they play off.
Because you can't see anything. The character's in the middle of the screen. You're running around attacking things, but you can't see past
the
length of the character from you.
Yeah, you move super fast, and like I remember like nudging stuff was like annoying. You had to like nudge, like move stuff to like you had to like nudge to it, and it was just like the controls were not there. Like in hindsight, they're not good games. No, not really.
Not at all. These remasters, I have zero interest in them. So keep them. I'm gonna exist, but keep them. Yeah. That.
Well, it's weird and nostalgic. Also, doesn't Sega own the IP? Did he sell the IP or loan it or something?
I didn't read that part in the article. That's a good point. But it does say here that I think Sega sold the IP. Yeah, they might have sold the IP. It's not owned by them anymore. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no mention of Sega.
Sega has been ordering a bunch of like remakes to their old IP, right? Like we just got Shinobi this year. Not this one. This one hasn't been announced, but we got Shinobi. They have announced Crazy Taxi. I already forgot. Battle Axe, Beast Axe. What's the name? Beast. And
Altered Beast.
The beat 'em up. Huh? Altered Beast? Was it Altered Beast? It might have been Altered Beast.
You're quizzing me on the fucking game that came out played 30 years ago, man.
Yeah, but the announcement of the remakes was like, I don't know, that one maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. Virtua Fighter doing it again, right? Like,
from looking at it here real quick, I think Ecco the Dolphin was published by Sega, but it's not owned by them. The developer, whoever it was, might actually keep owning them because, again.
I mean, I think there is potential in like a cool 3D like sea exploration, right? With like weird story. Because the original game, by the way, it's like a weird. I don't think you're a dolphin. I think you're an alien or something like that, or like you speak to aliens via dolphin communication.
Yes, so weird, so funny common games.
So like it could be cool to have like a 3D and like because people and this is one of those things that is not done like that often, but like deep sea games or like just like ocean games are
very
fascinating.
Rare. Yeah.
But they're like rare and like hard to execute well. I feel like like Subnautica comes to mind as like one of the good ones. I can't think of many more. There's others that are like Blue Ocean, which is just like kind of like viewing ocean and documenting. That's from the Wii days.
Yeah, there's some of the floating ones that is basically no gameplay, just watch the ocean, not Journey, but something else. I'm thinking.
There's stuff like Matsu that I have never played, but it's gonna be like Journey, where it's like I think it's like a catered experience, if you will, more than like open ocean. At least my understanding. But yeah, like it is right for the picking. I just don't know who this dev is and whether Ecco's the way to do it.
Me neither. It sounds to me like they own the IP, but other than that, we don't have much information in terms of like their expertise or anything. So more time will tell.
I don't want to watch like Ecco the Dolphin videos because that game it's wild, dude.
That game is unique. I would say that game is truly unique. I have never ever played a game like this ever since I played that game back in the Genesis. Never. Right? Like I remember how that game plays. I've never seen any other game like that. Not even like Indies remastering something like that. I don't remember unless I'm wrong. Correct me.
Not that I can remember. No game plays quite like that. But that's probably a good thing.
It is a good thing, yeah. So yeah. All right. Final topic. Let's move on to the final topic for today for the podcast, and then we can wrap up. The final topic for this week is Steam, and the news is that Steam reached a new all-time high for concurrent players on the platform itself. This is basically anything, any game, just basically people active on Steam in January of this year, 2026. Steam reached 42 million concurrent players. That is insane, in my opinion, because that's clearly bigger than any concurrent numbers for PlayStation or Xbox. Not even close. Right? What do you think of this, Manny?
Good. Steam.
Engage with trust. Engage with trust. Is that it?
I mean, part of it, yeah, but like they haven't really changed anything in like a decade. I mean, negatively speaking, right? Like they've had a good store. They've had built a good community, all that stuff.
Yeah, build a good store, people will come. It's like, oh.
The company itself is small. It never went public. All these things, right? Like,
yeah, it's a private company, yeah.
And you could kind of notice it in these numbers. like console gamings is kind of suffering, while Steam has been growing steadily, right?
If you look at the numbers for like Switch, like Nintendo,
that might change in the coming years with the PC market changing as well, but we'll see. That might not be on Steam. That might just be on other factors. Yeah, no, man. Steam has nothing but has been nothing but good to us, if you will, right? Like they've had a good store. Everything's solid. I have no complaints.
I have no complaints. Yeah, same thing. It's like it's worked everything better. They do some hardware like the Steam Deck, which I have enjoyed, and that's it. They make a good storefront for you to buy games. The family share plan that they have, that we use, you and I use, and then it's a great. It functions fantastic. That is my number one reason for buying games on Steam, by the way. That family thing, which is like, oh, you can buy a game, and if you're in the family group, you just have access to that title. It's like genius, by the way. Thank you for that, and that's how everybody should be. But yeah, Steam concurrent players are insane. The numbers.
Yeah, and they have, like you said, they have good features like the phone sharing, the remote play together. They make hardware like Steam Deck. By the way, Steam Deck, I saw this the other day. It is like 25 or 27% of all Linux users is Steam Deck. That's either how decently big Steam Deck is or how small Linux is. It's probably a mix of both of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they make hardware, they make software, they make operating systems, and they've managed to keep the company small. They're working on what's the Deadlock, right?
Yep.
A rumor has it that the never-ending rumor that Half-Life 3 will be announced anytime now.
Any day now, buddy. Any day now.
Yeah, keep buying down.
Any day now, Manny. Believe. No, am I doing it wrong?
Yeah, but lo and behold, be the first to market and don't fuck up, and you got a solid business model right there. I don't know.
Yeah, and stay with consumer first kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Not difficult. Yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do. We're not asking for the just treat us with respect, give us good features, and that's it. And we'll buy your product, and we'll use the product for forever. But that's it. Yeah, Steam concurrent players, outstanding numbers, growing, and they have been growing every single year for the last 10 or plus years, by the way. Some crazy. Yeah. And they're gonna keep going. Honestly, it's not even close to stopping.
Yeah, so I think was it 30% of the market share?
Yeah.
That sounds high.
For what?
Is it
for PC
or gaming?
No, I think PC has like 20% of the market share of gaming still.
30 console and the rest is mobile.
I think it's easy. It's easy. 20% PC, 30% console still. That includes everything. And then 50% mobile. So yeah, mobile is still king overall gaming wise.
But yeah. Before it was 10 to 5%, right?
Yep.
And I'm talking historically, but yeah, it's been growing. Impressively, because PCs are more expensive than ever, and they're going in that direction, which is scary. But yeah, Lord knows the day that they go public, it's
Or
kind of
somebody
risky.
company buys them because all they have to do is deal with one person.
Yeah, are destroyed.
The one person can make so much money, like so. And he's already super ultra like billionaire rich. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
So
he has like a yacht collection.
fleet. It's called a fleet when it gets
he
that big.
bought,
He's got 27 or
he
something.
bought a company to make yachts that he made on his own.
Yeah, so I'm saying he has as many jets as he has more jets now that you and I will ever have like cars or even fucking bicycles. Hell, consoles.
Yeah, and these aren't like small, like
Yeah, these are huge, multi-floor, like living houses in the ocean cities. Yeah.
One he made like a super jet that had like 9 gaming computers in it. I'm like, okay, that must be
The energy pool for that shit. It's like that fucking jet just running at fucking overtime.
These 3 stories tall, like that's almost like a small cruise ship.
It is. That's literally what it is. So that's funny. All right, let's wrap up with that. That is the Steam news, and that is our appetizers and discussions for today. And with that, we will go on to our DJ Steve and desserts. All right, Manny, your DJ Steve or dessert. Do you have anything for us in terms of like what you've been playing? We can combine them all into one. I don't have much, so.
Yeah, I mean, did I talk about Pokemon ZA last time? I can't remember.
You did, but you probably played a lot more since then.
Yeah, well, but we played. What did we play? I already forgot.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Let's talk about that one.
Yeah, so we played the Marvel beat 'em up that came out like late last year. It's on Game Pass. It's really fun, really solid beat 'em up. The art style is chef's kiss, dude. It's so good. Like
It's
the
so
art
good.
style and
Yeah.
and the character animations and all that.
A
was
plus,
like,
no notes. Fucking literally, seriously, no notes.
Yeah,
I was like,
basically.
fucking great. Yeah.
Is it me or is it so simple to make like a basic game that relies a little bit of nostalgia, mind you, just because of comic books, I guess in this case. But damn, did it hit all the notes? Like I have like you said, like no complaints. Like yeah, it's a beat 'em up. Yeah, you beat it in 2 to 4 hours. It wasn't super short, right? Like
It wasn't short at all. No, it took us like a good 4 hours. 4 or 5 hours total. It was great.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the heck out of it. Yeah.
it was great. Yeah, like you said, no complaints. Like it was just very fun.
Yep.
So we played that, and we also played another hidden gem. This is the true hidden gem. A game called Co-Written. CORIDDEN, I want to say. Co-Written. It's $20 on Steam. I don't know where the hell it came from. Like our friend said, like, "Hey, I found this. We could try it." And
this was recommended to me. Steam fucking recommendations are legit good.
Amazing for $20. It's like, first of all, when we game like during the holidays and stuff, and we're all in the same place, we like to play couch co-op games, right?
Yep.
Well, I mean, or party games or whatever. But like games nowadays, very few games do like local multiplayer at all. Like they just do the online multiplayer and that's it. Like you don't get any local multiplayer. It's too much development costs, whatever. So it's hard to find. It's getting like harder to find like games that like fit that mold.
Yeah,
and we like RPGs. And this game had like it's like a solid little RPG, decent combat, like fun mechanic with the turning into an animal that you could ride, right? And like you could have like, let's say I turn into a cheetah or something, right? And then you as a human mount my cheetah and then you could do your attacking and skills while I'm doing my cheetah attacking and skills, and it's cool, man. Like it was, and you could come up with multiple builds. Yeah, it was very fun, criminally underviewed and underrated, if you ask me. Like it's not insanely amazing, but damn, did it hit the spot, and it had that local co-op. So if anyone listens to this and like to play games with your friends on like locally, this is a good solid option. $20.
Completely. Worked extremely well. A completely competent, and I'm like, man, I have really no big, obviously it's not gonna be the super crazy detailed Dragon Age level of combat or anything like that. Dragon Age is the example of combat, but it was completely competent. I'm like, damn, this works pretty well. Sometimes I couldn't tell when I was getting hit, but other than that, it's like minor complaints against what it was doing. 4-player on the screen management of like a deep RPG mechanics, and it's like, and I'm like, what? Where did this come from? Yeah, it's crazy.
You don't manage your inventories and loot separately. Like the loot system was good. Everybody like you'd have like loot reserved under your name for like 20 seconds. If you don't pick it up by then it's like free for all. Except the key loot. The key loot is locked down. Like everybody will get key loot, right? So like that, it was well done. Like I also don't have many complaints about that one.
Yep.
Could it be better with a higher budget? Sure, but like damn, dude, for like a small game like out of nowhere, like
I would love to see what they do next if they did this. I was like, oh god, yeah. So I'm rooting for the studio. It's a great game. Yeah, good call out.
Yep. Oh, I did the third. I'll do the third quickly.
Yeah.
AGDQ. It's a yearly marathon, speedrunning marathon where they raise money for charity. They raised 2,440,000 something. I just lost it. And it ended like 3 days ago. So if you like speedrunning content, all the VODs are likely on YouTube, so you could probably go find VOD. I will literally tonight look at. I saw that there's a Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, really?
Speedrun on them. I'm watching that one.
Cool. That's cool. That's
Probably the first one I watched for sure, like DK Bonanza. Hell yeah. I want to see how broken that game is.
That'd be fun. There's a couple of games that I've always been like, I wonder how this game breaks. And the way it breaks is like, god damn. Yeah. So.
Yeah. All the keys break. But yeah, so they raised 2,443,000 for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. So it's for a good cause. I always like to support them. I always give like $10. Like I completely forgot this year. So
nice.
I'll put 20 on the summer AGDQ, I guess.
Perfect.
All
right, real quick to wrap that up, because I don't have much in terms of the search. Were you done? One last thing. One last thing that I wanted to mention was seriously that I started playing Arc Raiders a little bit. Because during the holiday break, all you could hear is like this. They actually increased in numbers. I think they got to like 900,000 consecutive or more consecutive players this past week. Like this week, they got to like almost 1 million concurrent players. And that is a couple of months after they launched. Usually, the games hype up, particularly like this, but they'll go down, in terms of like numbers after a couple of months. This one went up, so I'm like, ooh. So I tried it. I played a couple of matches. I actually only played like 3 to 4 hours yesterday, just to really try it. And interesting, at least I'll say. Very, very unforgiving. Like it's a game that you go into. You go into and you die in like 2 shots. What the heck? But you're in this open map grabbing resources. At any point, anybody can kill you. However, you don't have to shoot people. So sometimes I'll be running around and then I hear out of nowhere going, don't shoot. What the heck? Somebody's around? Like somebody saw me. I didn't see them. But they started saying, don't shoot. I'm coming in. And I'm like, what the hell? And I pull out the gun and everything, and they're slowly walking into the room, and I'm like, so I just put away the gun and I'm like, hi. And this is without saying anything. I didn't do very, very active proximity chat discussions with people, and very, very friendly actually, and not like the crazy, like people crazy and you're screaming around. People being friendly. I'm like, hey, come here. Hey, I found this, and I'm not talking. I'm really playing on mute. I'm the mute character, but I'm telling them with the like indications because the game has like a tag system and everything. And I'm like, oh, when it runs, I would assume that a team of people that are playing this as a team This is a fantastic experience because it feels like Fallout, like almost like the concept of Fallout, where you're in this barren wasteland looking for resources, and anybody can kill you at any point, and it's random, and the enemy AI that's in there, there's like enemies like AI, video game enemies there. They're no fucking joke. Basically, you're going into the surface, and there's these drones flying around the area, or little spiders or roller explosions or anything like that. They can come out at any point. They're like hiding in corners. They're just waiting for humans to show up so they can kill them. So you're running around, and out of nowhere you can trigger like a robot, and then you're running around shooting at it, trying to make it not kill you. And you're like, it's one little robot. Can you kill it? And I'm like, that thing will kill you in like 2 seconds. So they are lethal. And even the flying ones that shoot, the animations are fantastic. You shoot them, and even if they're on fire, they'll stay up in the air trying to chase you. And they'll even tell other AI robots, "Hey, there's a human here." so they're calling teammates. You got there. Stop! Shut down the alarm before like. And again, this is all I'm learning this in the just 3-4 hours of gameplay. But I'm like, okay, I can definitely see why people like this. And you can hear it in my voice. It's like, probably not for me, the whole going into an area, and if you die, you lose all your loot. Because it sucks. It sucks. But they have like a free loot thing. You can always play, like you're never out of not playing. You can always go in, play, defend yourself. It's fine. Just try it. Not for everybody. I would like to play with a team at some point, but that's it. I wanted to play it, and I wanted to call it out because it's a big title that people are playing it not right now. But that's it. That's my dessert / DJ Steve.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, our creators has a lot of positive buzz, man. I think I read that it has retained in the first 2 months or 3 months like 90% of its player base, which is amazing.
Yeah. And again, I can see why. I literally by playing it, I can see the community like running around, playing with people. I'm like, oh, the people are friendly. Right? Yesterday we were playing. The max you can have is like 3 people in a team, like going online as a group. And we were 6. There were 6 of us running around. And I'm like, why are there 6 of us? It's like, oh, there's a fucking other friendly team here. But they didn't shoot us. They just told us, hey. And then they were chasing around. The 6 of us were just looting the entire town. We looted the town. We went to the train. We got on the train. We fucking started celebrating. Nobody shot each other. And everybody succeeded. And it's like, oh, shit. Like, those kind of organic experiences, they're rare. And they happen pretty easy in this game. That's the trick.
I might have gotten disconnected, but I'm back now.
All right, and we're wrapping up though. That's perfect. Perfect timing for you.
Yeah. Maybe second, but I could probably wing it as we end our game, right?
Yes.
All right. So as we finish our gaming meal, we would like to thank everybody for listening. You can look for Gaming Meal on most popular social media platforms. Feel free to share, give a follow, leave a comment, all that social media stuff. Also, please visit our website at thegamingmeal.com for more gaming meal goodness. Or follow Eric at CyberEric. Is that right?
Yeah, CyberEric. And social media platforms. Or CyberEric Gaming as YouTube, yeah.
CyberEric YouTube. All right, anyways. That's all for today. Have a good one, everyone.